Hello, everybody. Let's make sure that we are live and worldwide with 40,000 radio waves that won't behave. Okay, we are going to go ahead and start Warhammer We are going to go ahead and restart Warhammer Darktide. So you have Imperial Marines.
My Lord Inquisitor, I've reached a term of prime and begun our investigations.
So they're on an investigation for an Inquisitor, Fatchart, the developer.
Of the Hive to determine the full extent
of Vermintide, Vermintide 2.
I'll know more.
A 4-person squad-based shooter, first-person shooter, akin to Left 4 Dead, Left 4 Dead 2. What you're going to
do, if they make it back.
Wow. 2021, baby. Wish list it now. Wow, that is awesome. So the thing about Warhammer is what's ironic about Warhammer is that it evolved out of real-time strategy gamers that paint the miniatures and get together and don't have a girlfriend ever and have these war games with, you know, figures and things like that. And it is, it goes quite deep for those that are involved in it. Okay. But it lends itself really well to video games. Ironically, it lends itself well to first-person video games. So Warhammer 40K Space Marines is one of my favorite games of all time. That game has been well done. It is an excellent homage to the genre. I believe Relic did it, and it's an amazing first-person game with a great story, great lore. They managed to squeeze in so much that you want, which is the Ultramarines, the Orcs, Chaos, and the Inquisition. And I mean, there's so many really cool elements. I can't say enough about Space Marines. You've heard me praise that game on this channel. So I'm also a huge Left 4 Dead fan, which is amazing that I've never played Vermintide. I haven't played any of the Vermintide games, and I really need to pick them up. But I am a big fan of that type of game. And what they're doing is, with Vermintide, it was, you know, the rats and the, you know, it's in the medieval, you know, again, Warhammer, a lot of people forget that, people that are uninitiated, I suppose, that Warhammer has different periods of time, you know. So it's like there's a medieval-ish Warhammer, and then there's a future, you know, 40K is the 40,000th century of humanity. So the 40K is the futuristic one, you know, where the other one is more mystical, magical. But the thing about Warhammer is it came out of real-time strategy. And the majority of the games are real-time strategy games. So the problem there is that the first person has been neglected. So there was a Space Hulk game on the 3DO and in other systems. It was on PC and 3DO, which was a little rough. It was a good homage, but it was just a little bit rough. It was kind of two-dimensional. It just did not do so well. And it did not sell all that well either. So, the real-time strategy is always sold. So they've come out with this glut of real-time strategy for Warhammer and neglected kind of the first-person genre. So, and I wish they wouldn't do that, but now we have, because there's so few, you have Space Marine, you have Space Hulk, that's really good. It's really, visually it's good. It's a cool game. It's a cool game. It is a reimagining of the original Space Hulk for the 3DO and for PC. Okay. So this game is now another first-person shooter like Vermintide. Games Workshop is very particular about what they allow license for. So they had to see Vermintide win before they went over to 40K and allow somebody to take that license and do a squad-based four-person, first-person shooter in the vein of Vermintide. They're just stamping. They're taking the Vermintide formula and they're stamping it onto 40K, which is fine. Good. It's a safe bet. It will make money. It will sell like hotcakes. It will sell like hotcakes. This is a successful game before it is even launched. People will buy this. 40K fans will buy this, me included, just to support the brand. It'll be an excellent game. The other thing I played from Fat Shark was Escape from Dead Island. It's like the cel-shaded spin-off, which was actually good. I mean, it was well executed. It was a good game. I did not dislike it. I played it for many, many hours. So had to, over several days, many days, and it had to have something right. So that game was pretty good. So I am absolutely thrilled that there is another first person. They really need to get more into first person shooters for Warhammer 40K. They really do. They really need to let somebody loose on some of that. The Space Hulk one, those guys need to come out with another one. Something that's not so time-based. One of the things I did not like about both the original Space Hulk and the current Space Hulk is that there's like these huge time limits, so you can't explore these beautiful environments. They're gorgeous, and you want to go explore and hang around and look for relics and things like that. But you have this like brutal time limit that if you don't do the time limit, then you lose the level. So, which sucks, and you got to go back and do it again. Especially if you found like a cool relic. Sometimes you'll find a cool weapon or a cool relic, and you basically lose and got to replay the level. So, but yeah, here you go. Darktide, Warhammer 40K coming out. Love 40K, love the lore, love the mythos. I'm a total dork, but I don't do the miniatures, and I like to have a girlfriend, and I'm sure some of those guys that do that have a girlfriend, but yeah, that's like heavy dork. That's like deep dork. That's like deep dork, baby. When you have the miniatures and you have a room and they're all laid out and it's like a battle, like a famous Warhammer battle on a huge table in a room with all miniatures that you painted yourself. Yeah, that's deeper than I go, baby. That's deep, deep dork. So this has been LVAO Toro Fancy Action Out for the gamer. Thank God for this. Games Workshop, please continue to support first person in the 40K universe. It's the way to go.